Hello everybody and welcome back to another video by me. I'm in a super good mood today. I think this is the perfect time to record a video about my reasons for quitting or taking a break from chess. I wanted to do this when I'm in like a better mood because when I get into a worse mood, I tend to be a little bit too negative and it doesn't really paint some of the things that I the reasons I did things in a fair light. So today's the perfect day to do it. Anyways, welcome back to another vloggy style video. So yeah, I'll just get into it. A lot of people ask me why I don't play competitive chess anymore, why I don't play pro chess anymore, why I don't really play tournaments anymore. I mean, part of the reason is actually because there is a global pandemic going on. It's very difficult to play over the board tournaments if there are actually, any that aren't invitational currently. So that's like part of the reason why I'm just currently not competing in person. But obviously, I haven't really been playing competitive chess since I basically quit when I was 17, so in 2017. And the reasons behind my decision to sort of take a step back from competitive chess is in part tied in with the fact that I had to go to university. Life sometimes calls and all that stuff. But on the other side, there was a lot of mental reasons and like a lot of just things that happened in my life before 2017 that kind of made me realize that um, it's probably best for me to take a step back from chess. So basically, what happened was kind of going all the way to the start, right? I started playing chess when I was really young, when I was 3, and by the time I was 17, I've been playing the game for like 13, 14 years, and I think anybody who is in anything for that amount of time, a whole decade, at some point feels a little bit burnt out. And that's pretty much exactly what happened to me. I mean, I was no exception. I definitely felt really burnt out from chess. I had been struggling to find passion for the game for a few years at that point. And I think as like a teenager with a lot of other emotions, balancing high school, balancing life, um, being competitive in other fields as well, I think that made everything a lot more difficult because I never really got to be the typical, kid, teenager. I never really got to do any of that stuff as well. So by the time I was 17, I mean, I still had one more year left for me in high school. And um, at age 17, I'd already been to like 40 countries. Not to flex or anything, but I've seen a large part of the world already. And I think I was definitely at a different level from my peers in high school. So not a lot of people could relate to me. And as kind of a result, I didn't really feel like I had close friends in high school. There was nobody I could really talk to. I moved around all the time during my childhood, so I didn't really have like childhood friends or anything like that. So all of those reasons kind of led me to make the decision that hey, maybe it's time to take a step back for real and maybe just kind of focus on trying to be just happy with myself because I used to throw myself into tournaments with the mindset that my worth, I'm only like worth being kind of alive if I win this tournament. And it's a very dangerous mindset to get into. And as just like a naturally competitive person, I think it was just very detrimental to my mental health. So that's why whenever I had like a series of bad tournaments, and not that 2017 was a particularly bad year for me, but being knocked out of the first round of the Women's World Championships after having worked pretty hard to prepare for that tournament, and then also losing Canadian Women's Championships while I came second. in the December of that year made me really just feel like I'm not really worth anything. And it's kind of crazy to base your worth on a game, in my opinion. But I mean, as like somebody who's just competitive, right? And somebody who's had chess as their life for 14 years, and this one thing kind of felt like it really defined me. So yeah, anyways, the decision to just kind of stop playing tournaments was my own. It was really my own decision. And after that, that's actually how I got into League of Legends, because I quit chess and then I was like, okay, but I'm still missing a lot in my life. So I was like, well, time to pick up another game and get really good at it. So that's kind of what I did with League. I think for me, the break has been absolutely wonderful in terms of my mental. Not that it's like precisely made it so that I improved in chess after taking such a long break, because I don't think I'm better right now in chess than I was 3 years ago. 4 years ago now, actually, since I turned 21. But I definitely think that my mental is in a better space. And when my mental is in a better space, I think I can learn better. I think I can like just play better. And besides, competitive chess is not everything to me anymore. I still played a few casual tournaments when I was in university, just representing the university, and that was a lot of fun. And I think that really showed me a whole different side to chess that I hadn't really thought about before, because chess is such a solo sport, right? Like you don't really have teammates. I mean, you got your coach, you got like kind of like teammates, but like at the end of the day, you play the game by yourself. And I think after playing League, it made me realize, I mean, despite how shitty my teammates can be in League, it made me realize that I really enjoy just kind of spending time with people more than just playing the game. So that's why I really love streaming, because even though I'm playing a solo game, I'm interacting with a lot of people, and I absolutely love that. But yeah, so basically, for me, I don't want to say like the chapter on my competitive or pro chess career is over. I just want to think of it as I am um, writing more lines. I'm writing a different chapter now. I'm just, I haven't closed that one part of my life yet, but there's just so many other things in this world to explore, and there's really no reason for me to go back into that state and sort of put my mental in such an overdrive, kind of, just to feel like I've accomplished something in life. I think that now I can be very happy without needing to win tournaments. And I think that's something that um after having played chess for 18 years is really quite something for me, because when I was younger, I was always kind of taught that if you weren't first, like what's the point, right? So anyways, that's a mental that I've been trying to change for a large part of my life. But yeah, I'm a lot happier now. In regards to, will I go back to playing tournaments? I probably will. Honestly, I kind of miss traveling and playing events. Just like the atmosphere of being at a tournament, I don't think I necessarily miss the the 6 hour games of sitting down and like 2 weeks of that. I don't think I really miss that. I think I more miss the human interaction with like different chess players, my friends from all around the world. I think that's what I miss more. But that's not to say that I don't like miss kind of just sitting down and really using my brain for 6 hours either. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, I think there's still a little bit of time before the pandemic ends, before tournaments move back into person. But I'm definitely excited to play tournaments both online and in person in my upcoming future. I mean, I'm still quite young, so I think I still got quite a few years left in me for competitive chess. But whether or not that will be my focus is still kind of left to be determined. So, yeah. I really appreciate you for watching this video. If you have any thoughts, any questions, you can just let me know in the comments. Um, I think the one thing I want to say is that my decisions are my own. And I've had a lot of people ask me in Twitch in chat basically, or just like privately, like, hey, why don't you play tournaments anymore? You were so good. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I think at the end of the day, I just want people to sort of understand that there is a lot behind someone, especially somebody who is kind of has their face in the public, right? Like there is a lot behind the scenes that people don't know about. So not really for me because I'm very open about this stuff, but I think I just want to remind people to be kinder, kinder to people, and try to not enforce their opinions on streamers or YouTubers or anybody really, because you really don't know what's like going on, right? I think that's something that I've had to like kind of get used to, sort of in a way, that by putting my life out there, I'm basically like I'm really susceptible. So, oh my god, I can't speak English. I'm like people. It's just easier to ask me that kind of stuff, right? But I just want people to be really open minded to the fact that um, me as a person can kind of do whatever they want to do. So yeah, basically that's all I wanted to say. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please click the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you.